be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. Hope you enjoy the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So I got some Doritos in front of me, and I promise it's going to get more interesting than that. These are the sweet or spicy sweet chili, the purple bag Doritos. They are my favorite right now. Y'all been tearing them up. So I got some Doritos and a bunch of toppings and meat and stuff off to the side. We are having nachos today. And I think every time I've had nachos, I don't think I've ever made them on camera. So I wanted to switch it up today. All right, so I got some ground turkey right here. I have my toppings, all of my toppings. I got some sour cream. This is my first time trying light sour cream. I don't think I've ever had that before. I got my cheese right here. And finally, some mild sauce, Taco Bell sauce. So let's get to it, y'all. I am so ready. Oh, this is hot. Woo. Woo. Shoot. I mean, dang, I knew it was hot, but I didn't know it was that hot. Y'all, this meat was so good. I had made a bunch of I made a bunch of ground turkey the night that my parents came in town, just so we could have it. Like, it would just be easy to make nachos, easy to, you know, make yourself a taco if you needed something for lunch or whatever, you know what I mean? So I was like, at some point I'm having nachos, and it was a perfect day to have some nachos. Can y'all see the steam coming off this meat? Damn. Yes, this is perfect. Okay. Cheese. My mom, we went grocery shopping yesterday, and she found some nacho cheese. You know, but like, nacho cheese is so hit or miss to me. So I'm like, I ain't messing around with that. A lot of it has an aftertaste to me. So I'm like, when I get my nachos, when I make them, I need them to be good for sure. So I knew I couldn't go wrong with that shredded cheese. So that's why I chose that. All right, so for my toppings, y'all, I got green onions, jalapenos, black olives, spring mix, white onions, and tomatoes. And this is going to be perfect, y'all, because we are going to a concert tonight. We're going to see Boyz II Men, and we're going to be there for a while. You know what I'm saying? This is my first meal of the day. So I'm going to be good and satisfied. I know I'm going to walk this off as well while we out and about. Yeah, and I want to be satisfied, and, you know, we bringing food and stuff with us. So, but I should be good for a while after eating this. Onions. Ooh, I love onions. Lettuce, well, spring mix. I thought I cut this up better than that. I didn't do that good of a job. That's fine. That is totally fine. All right, I'm gonna put a little green onion on there too. Olives. Y'all, it's stuff falling everywhere. Can y'all see that? Can y'all hear it? I'm making a mess. That's fine. All right, got my jalapenos. I love jalapenos so much. That look good, y'all. Can y'all see? Some mild sauce. I gotta remember to do a thumbnail. I didn't do a thumbnail. Yes. All right. And then some sour cream. Perfect. Does that look good or does that look good, y'all? Ooh, yes. All right. Let's get this first bite. While I'm getting this together, let me give y'all a close-up on these nachos. I know we made them together, but I feel like y'all deserve a close-up to really see what's going on over here. Yes, that's a good bite. Put a little sour cream. All right, here we go with the first bite, y'all. Woo. Ooh, y'all see my hand shaking? I'm trying to keep it from falling, y'all. Y'all, this is too good. One thing I forgot to cut up, avocado. I forgot to add that. Dang. That's fine, it's still bomb. That's a bite for y'all. Can y'all see that? Did I tell y'all what my parents are? I don't know if I did or not. I was vlogging before this and I talked about it. I don't think I did in this video yet. My parents went out to get us a cooler and a couple missing items for our snacks for the concert. So I was like, let me go ahead and knock this video out. And then I'll get myself together for the show. And the first thing I gotta do is take these braids out. The Doritos are such a good choice because they got a little kick to them. Woo! This was worth waiting for, y'all. It was. Because it's like almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was waiting to have this. I may not be talking now, but I'm gonna be talking in a minute, y'all. I got something I want to share. It's about chasing people who don't want you. So I'll get there in a minute. This meat is so good. Y'all, I got some videos and stuff coming with my parents. I'm vlogging. My parents are in it. And y'all may be wondering, how's it going? It's going great, y'all. It is. We're having such a great time. We had such a good day yesterday. We have a lot of things planned, but the first couple of days have been pretty chill. So going to the concert is like our first activity, like our first like outing. And it's gonna be a good time. It is. I've never seen Boyz II Men before live, but I've wanted to. I like a lot of their songs. Like a lot of their songs, like stuff that, you know, that weren't like commercial singles. I like quite a few of their songs. I feel like this concert was just meant to be, y'all, because this show is free. They gave out like 8,000 tickets and people were having a really hard time getting tickets, but we got our tickets easily. Like one day, the first day, they gave away 2,000 tickets to people that signed up for the newsletter. We were able to get tickets. And then, cause you can only get 2 tickets max, right? So got tickets that day. Then the following day, when they released the rest of the tickets to the public, which I think was like 6,000 tickets. Yo, we got tickets with no problem. No problem at all. So I feel like it's gonna be a great time. I've never been to the Commons before. They've had a bunch of events there over the summer, but I haven't been. So I'm excited about checking out the venue. I am vlogging, so I will bring y'all along with this. Okay, I'm done. I smashed the nachos. They were good. So good. Perfect amount of spice. All right, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and get into this topic. All right, this is something I found on Twitter. I had to write it out. So I'm gonna read this tweet. I'm gonna give some information about the psychology around it that I found online about this behavior. And then I'm gonna talk to you about my own personal experience. And some of y'all might be able to relate. Maybe you're experiencing this now, or you've experienced it in the past like I have. All right, so this was on Twitter. I don't even think I'm following this person, but it was retweeted into my timeline. The user is NXCodeKey. So NXCodeKey. This person said, hardest pill I've ever swallowed was me realizing that I was chasing after someone who was running from me, but occasionally looking back to see if I was still there, and I was every time. I was like, damn, like it just hit me. It hit me as soon as I read it, you know, and I read it a few times to really process, and it took me back to the part of my life when I was doing this. Like I said, I'm gonna get to that in just a minute. Now, I was looking at the psychology of like, why do we do this? Like, why do we obsess over people that don't want us, that are not interested? Why do we do that to ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's our mind at? You know, when stuff like this happens, why do we go after people and chase the people that don't want us? You know? All right. So it said this sort of rejection stimulates part of the brain that's associated with motivation, reward, addiction, and cravings. And then it just says that having a crush and falling for someone releases a feel-good hormone like dopamine or adrenaline. So I'm like, damn, like, you know, you talk about the power of the brain. Yeah, I've been in that situation before, you know, where I was chasing after somebody where I don't even think that at this time, I was not even ready to date, y'all. I was not ready to date. I was really trying to focus on myself. As y'all know, I haven't spent a whole lot of time single in my life. But this was a time where I was single and I was like, you know what? I don't know that I necessarily had started focusing enough on myself in all of the ways that I should have been focused, but I was focused on my finances. I had it was a solid plan to like pay off all my debt, right? So dating was the last thing that I was interested in because, you know, I didn't want to spend my money on dating. I wanted to spend my money on getting out of debt. That was more important to me, or at least I thought it was. Then this person came along that was essentially out of my league. You know what I'm saying? Because up until that point, I had dated women who were like really didn't have their shit together. You know, even though I was focusing on my finances, like I had my own place, I had my own car, I was taking care of myself, like I was cool, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to be, I wanted to be debt free. And so, like I said, I had a plan and I was like trying to stick to it, but I wasn't like far along into my plan to like not get distracted just yet. You feel me? So anyways, this person came along and she was somebody that was way different than anybody else I had ever dated. You know what I'm saying? Like this person was established. They had a career. They had all these different things that everybody else I dated did not. So I guess part of me felt like I didn't want to miss out on an opportunity to be with somebody that was like not even necessarily my equal. She was further along in life than I was. And like I said, she was the complete opposite of everybody else I had ever dated. So, man, so I really started chasing. I started chasing after her, you know, and what that looked like was picking up every time she called on the first ring, like initiating a lot of the contact that we had with each other. It would be times I would call her and she would not answer her phone, y'all, or call me back. And I didn't care, you know what I'm saying? And I remember this person telling me like, yeah, I was sitting back waiting to see what you were going to do and how you were going to move. I'll let you pay for the first 10, 15 dates. And I just wanted to see like how locked in you were and blah, 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 blah. And like 10 to 15 days is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can't speak from the space of like how it is when you dating men, but like with women, you know, women go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I pay, you pay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty back and forth. That's been my experience for the most part. And I'm not saying there are not certain, you know, lesbian relationships or relationships with women where one woman doesn't carry more of the load. But like I said, we was just dating, getting to know each other. And she was like testing me. She was testing me to see if I was going to pay, you know what I'm saying, for these dates that we were having. And I was just chasing. And I feel like that I was just craving or rewarding myself with someone that was more established, rewarding myself with somebody that had themselves together, you know, even though, you know, focusing on my finances should have been the priority. And it was prior to them coming into the picture. I got distracted. I fell off the horse. You know what I'm saying? So what happens? This means instead of paying off credit card debt, I'm now using credit cards to keep up with these dates and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I had cash as well, but I'm just saying like I was digging myself further into the hole instead of trying to pull myself out of the hole, you know? And yeah, I was chasing. I was always available. She could never really answer my questions about like, you know, were we exclusive? She always kind of danced around shit. You know what I'm saying? I was invested 100% in dating this person, y'all. Just laser focused, like all of my attention, my time, everything was just dedicated to this person. I feel like all I was doing at this point in my life was working and waiting for this person to call me. Like, and you know what I'm saying? I was just available all the time, just chasing, going, you know, jumping through any hoop that this person threw in front of me, you know, just trying to prove myself. And yeah, like just, it was a lot came along with it. I was invested 100%. I feel like she might have been at 10 or 20% and that number grew over time. And maybe there's even nothing wrong with that, with somebody's interest shifting and growing, you know, as you guys continue to get to know each other. But it was a lot of challenges and I feel like obstacles that this person put in front of me. And I had to prove myself. I do feel like that. So I was doing a lot of chasing. And like I said, there were many times, y'all, where I would call this person. They would not call me back. And I would show up when we had a date planned, but I have not talked to this person. Not even sure if they're showing up, and they would show up. But I'm like, why you ain't call me back? I called you 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, just chasing and chasing and chasing. And I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. And I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. Not that y'all asked me. Not that y'all asked me. But I'm in a much healthier relationship now. Like a healthy relationship, 100%. You know, is it perfect? Absolutely not. You know, we have our challenges like any other couple. We do. But I feel like our good outweighs everything. It really does. You know, we have such a deep understanding of who we are as individuals. Like we came into the relationship understanding who we were and what we wanted, what we could offer, all that stuff, right? It was no wavering on that. We came in with confidence of like, this is who I am. This is what I bring. This is what I want. And we complement each other well. We communicate well. Even with having different communication styles, we're willing to compromise. We're willing to have the hard conversations. We're willing to focus on the aftercare that's required when I think there's definitely aftercare that you have to have when you and your partner don't see eye to eye. You know, because there could be a lot of energy in trying to talk through something that's very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So we do really well with the aftercare of that, you know, of getting back to just like getting on the same page. Making sure that, you know, we don't just say anything, you know, while we're, you know, trying to express our opinions about whatever the topic is or the issue is. So we do well. I'm just saying that I think that we do very well and we're in a healthy relationship. My one piece of advice to anybody that's out there dating or whatever is like, don't chase. Do not chase, attract what it is that you want. Like, I feel like when you chase, speaking from my own personal experience, I think about how desperate I felt. I was desperate, you know, and really I should have spent that time chasing myself. I should have spent that time working on myself. That's what I should have been doing because I was so desperate for somebody else to accept me. And I really should have worked on accepting every part of myself. That's what I should have been doing, to be honest with you. So I feel like that once I really invested that time, you know, and worked through a lot of things. I haven't worked through everything, but I've worked through a lot of things. And as trash as I hear it is in the dating world, y'all, once I was ready to start dating again before Honey and I got together, I never once felt like I wasn't going to find nobody. I was never wrapped up in everybody else's experience about how trash people are, how off things are, how, you know, this and that is going on. I never got wrapped up in that. I just felt like I was going to bring my best to the table and that I was going to find somebody that could, you know, we could be on the same page and we could build something together. And, you know, we found each other. So, yeah, y'all, don't chase, attract, you know, and if you feel like that you're attracted to the same kind of person over and over again, it doesn't feel like a good experience, then there's some type of lesson you have to learn or something within you that that you got to work through. And if you don't know what it is, take time. I mean, really take a step back, be honest with yourself and see what you see. What's the pattern in all of your relationships? And that'll probably point you in the direction of what you got to focus on. I know that's how I learned. So yeah, y'all, I wanted to share that because I'm like, it struck a chord with me. It did, because I've had my experience of just chasing and tired and running out of breath and exhausted and still going and pushing myself to go after somebody that just that didn't want me the way that I wanted them. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just the truth, you know. And I want you to remember that you are the prize, okay? You are a prize. You are. Like, having you and you being in somebody's life, you are a prize, you know? It is completely okay for you to, you know, want what you want, like what you like, you know? And just not have to take whatever is available. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt because I just wasn't in a good place personally. I got desperate. I started chasing and I was going to see that chase through. I was going to see it through. And, yeah. So yeah, you are the prize. So don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. I feel like I'm a prize. My honey is a prize. And we are two people that found each other. And here we are. We were open. We were open to a lot of different things. And here we are. So anyways, that's the video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. Make the best of the day. Be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.